During COVID-19, the Urban League, like many other organizations, had to pivot and be innovative about the way we were able to engage the community and the people that we serve. A lot of our interaction is in person, and we had to find creative ways to still be able to provide the same level of care to the community in a different way. So, we adopted a kind of hybrid work environment with some of our employees who could work from home, or we rotated. And, we did what everyone else did, flexed and got into kind of a virtual world. And then for some of the services we were doing, we did have to maybe shift locations or, adjust the schedules. We never closed our doors throughout the pandemic. And then some of the other things, there were some services that we continued to do that we always did. And then there were some new services that were offered as well, right? So we had to be part of the whole distribution of products to help the community with their safety and COVID-related products. We also wanted to make sure we were there because there were changes in learning. We have a lot of program with youth and seniors. So we had to find ways to make sure that we maintained and kept those interactions going. May 14th was a tragic time for Buffalo. It was a time of where hatred reared its ugly head. There was, we lost precious lives and souls there, and we just had a day of tremendous trauma. But beyond that day or that incident of trauma, it layered itself upon trauma that had been in the community prior. It layered itself around generational trauma that had been suffered and continues to be suffered for that community and surrounding communities, as well as ancestral trauma. All right, so they're processing all of this, and this was just another trigger. The process required certainly some immediate response, and the Buffalo Urban League, had a team of crisis counselors that were able to respond, ready to provide any assistance we could. We established a local office, a satellite office, kind of a block or more, just a little over a block away from the scene of that horrible tragedy. And, because we wanted to be not only boots on the ground, but we wanted our community to be able to access us with the least amount of kind of discomfort, if you will. Our satellite office also allowed the community to have access to all of our programming. And that was kind of our immediate response. And beyond that, we continue to offer support services, crisis services, and just get our community thinking about, the way forward and trying to uplift their spirits. So, I think that was central to us. But what we did a lot was listen. And I think that was important to our community because this was unprecedented and something that I want to say that we've not experienced here before, and we hope to never, ever experience again. That said, the way forward really involves looking at not only the incident that occurred, this horrible tragedy, looking at all the reasons for the hate, looking at all the elements that supported it in terms of the gun violence elements, looking at all the mental health aspects that were involved here. But then besides that, looking at why our community was such a rich target for such hatred, right? And we know that historical racism practices and policies that allowed our community to not thrive comparatively to other communities. So we know all those conditions exist here, and the way forward is to how do we move beyond that? How do we enrich and empower our community? How do we move past equality to equity? We're here to address that with transformational systems change, policy change, and also bring resources to the community to help with the healing. In 1927, the Buffalo Urban League started on the east side of Buffalo, And it is our intent in the very near future to build a campus back on the east side of Buffalo. We want that to be a beacon of light, support our empowerment strategy, and just be a great resource for the community. We want people to, when they come to engage the Buffalo Urban League, to receive services and the programs that the Buffalo Urban League has to offer. We want a very uplifting environment, and we want that to be a catalyst for additional growth in the community. So we're looking to go back to the community from which we came, really be centered there, and deploy all the empowerment strategies and programming that we currently offer in a new and exciting environment.